there's so much color in your background and your, not literally, but I'm saying just there's so much richness in this thing, and it's an amazing mission you're on to humanize quantum, making this powerful, really nebulous technology accessible to everybody. So talk about that. Let's start with quantum. What the hell is quantum computing, and why should we all care?
Well, so, my personal opinion, and I'm assuming most of the audience may not know, and so I've got my handy dandy coin, right? No sleight of hand tricks. I could try to make it, but I'd suck. Um, think of classical computing, the iPhone, your Android phone, all the way to create a supercomputer, being like this coin, having a heads, this blue side, and tails, this white side. If I put it in my hand, tails up. If I flip it over, it's heads up. So this is a one, that is a zero, and in that two-dimensional plane it can only be those things. I take the same coin, I flip it in the air, and when it's at the apex of that spin, is it a tails or is it a heads? The answer is it's in a quantum superposition of some probability of one or zero, much like a coin toss. Until I catch it and I measure it and collapse that state, I don't know if it's a one or a zero.
Hmm.
Why is that important that it's probabilistic? It's important because if I have 4 bits rather, I have 16 outcomes. I can be in any one of those outcomes at one moment in time. But if I have 4 qubits, I still have 16 outcomes, but I can be in all of those outcomes simultaneously in this quantum world. And so obviously that means the power curve grows exponentially. Unlike a bit where I have 4 and I add 5, and now I go from 16 to 25. Now I have 4 and I add 5 and I have 2 to the n, the number of bits, right? So everything increases exponentially, and it's you're getting into things like polynomial speed ups and things like that, and it's really super valuable because let's face where we are with computers. We kind of stopped with the supercomputing and started building Facebooks and Instagrams and TikToks, and we're not really doing any really exciting stuff to make the world a better place. As a tech industry for quite a while, there's been a few projects, but now we're seeing more SpaceX's, right? We're seeing more, we want to go to Mars and we want to cure cancers and we want to do stuff. But we don't have the compute power to do it. It's not that classical computers couldn't do it. It's that a classical computer, the evaluation time for it to do it might take tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands or millions or hundreds of millions of years. And so we need a different form of computing to help us get to those answers. But they go together, right? There's not a classical versus quantum. I know a lot of people in quantum are starting to call classical vintage computing, which I think is obvious slam. But vintage computing isn't going anywhere, and you're not going to have a quantum processor in your phone anytime soon. So this is something you want to look at. I compare it to trains and airplanes. You used to cross the continental United States from New York to San Francisco. The journey took months. Maybe somebody died. Who knows? They could have gotten eaten. Whatever. It was weird. Now you got a train system. It takes about a week, and it's safe, and you can use bathroom on the train. All this good stuff. Well, no matter how far you go, you eventually reach an ocean. So think of that ocean as the ocean of computational complexity that we're facing right now in life sciences and material sciences and things of that nature, energy products and new forms of
Yeah.
energy, right? And so what do we have? We have planes. So you don't take a train from Austin to Japan, right? You take a plane. But you
Yeah.
can take a train in Austin. You can still take a train in Japan, right? We didn't get rid of them. So think of quantum computing as this augment of classical computing
Yeah.
that is the first in a series of new exotic computing technologies. I believe you'll see quantum, you'll see different types of neuromorphic. We're going to talk, I'm sure, about ML and AI and QML and all of that stuff. All of these things will start creating new forms of computing. Eventually, you'll have DNA-based storage, DNA-based computers, things of this, as we move closer and closer to nature. So you look at it and you say, look, we split the atom to destroy, we split the atom to create energy, and now we're splitting the atom to create computational power.